Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a retinol focused video. I want to share some new and old favorite retinol products and some that I'm going to be testing soon because it takes quite a while to test, especially retinol. I can't test everything. You need a lot of time to see a lot of these results. So I wanted to share with you some that I already like and have used, some newer ones that I've been testing, and then some ones that I plan to test and will update everyone on. First, I wanted to go through a little bit on what retinol is, what it does, and I was like, I want to make sure I get all the verbiage correct because sometimes it can be very confusing. So retinol is a very powerful anti-aging ingredient. It is vitamin A, and so I pulled up some information. Basically, the main purpose of retinol is to help speed up cellular turnover. So that is your cells turnover, especially in your face as you get younger. When you're younger, they will turn over much faster. And then as you slowly get older, the cellular turnover on your face happens slower and slower. So this helps speed it up, and it can be used for a range of different things. So the reason why retinol is so good to add into your routine, I would say probably if you want, you could start in your 20s, but starting maybe in your early 30s is a good time to really begin introducing retinol into your routine. It targets fine lines, wrinkles, acne, dark spots. It helps to brighten dull skin. It's a really powerful ingredient. However, there are different levels of intensity and different. There's very powerful retinoids that you get from your dermatologist, such Retin-A is one of those. I personally don't use any prescription strength retinoids. Most of mine are over the counter. Perhaps at some point I'll want to move to a prescription strength retinoid, but I'm comfortable with the ones that I get over the counter. I'm comfortable with the results that I get, so there's different levels and intensities. Like the one you're going to get from the dermatologist is going to be very different than some of these others, especially like retinol palmitate is a form of retinol. It's kind of like a watered down form of retinol. And that can be found in a ton of different products. And it's at a very, very small percentage. Like for example, it's found in bio oil, the oil that you use while you're pregnant to help prevent stretch marks. It contains retinol palmitate. So there's often also a misconception that all retinols are the same, avoid retinols for different things, or all retinols will make your skin irritated or whatnot. There's just so many different strengths. So that's what you really have to kind of know when you're trying some of these products. And also there's a lot of natural alternatives now to retinol. Some of my favorite products that mimic the effects of retinol don't actually contain traditional retinol. They contain a natural alternative. First, what am I going to start with? Let's start with the natural alternatives. Obviously, these are the ones I've been talking about for a very long time. The Ren bioretinoid, the oil, the concentrate, and the cream. They mimic the effects of retinol, so I see my skin looks a lot smoother. It helps with fine lines. It helps with pigmentation. Now, because when you're going to try a prescription strength retinol, you're going to see some significant results. So the results, that's going to be bringing in the heavy guns. A lot of these, you're not going to see the same level of results. So if you really want to tackle some, fine lines or some dark spots or really uneven pigmentation, you might want to go to the doctor. Some of these are definitely a little bit stronger, but they're never going to be at that level. This I find, I'm going to try to rank them in terms of strength. I find this to be kind of on the lower strength spectrum. I definitely get a lot of results. Obviously, I've been talking about these products for years. I call these my acne miracles because they do amazing things with helping with breakouts. But I find these on the lower end of the spectrum in terms of strength. Next, the Dermalogica Overnight Retinol Repair. This is definitely a bit stronger, and it has retinol, but also has antioxidant vitamin C in it. They suggest that you mix it with a buffer cream. A lot of times with strong retinol products, They recommend mixing it with a very, lightweight hydrating moisturizer or something to kind of buffer it onto the skin, so you're not putting it directly onto the skin and you're kind of almost diluting it slightly to get your skin used to it. I found that I didn't need the buffer cream. I just started one night and then would only, try it again maybe like 4 or 5 nights later. This was quite strong. I really enjoyed this. It's more of a cream texture. Now, retinols, I can use them 3 to 4 times a week, depending on the strength of the retinol. I tend to like to do more of my, strong anti-aging treatment products and even peels and all that sort of thing in the winter. I sometimes will use some retinols in the summer, but because I'm out in the sun, I really don't want to kind of negate all the work that my skincare is doing. I just more try to protect my skin in the summer. And then the winter time is when I really go hard with a lot of retinol products, peel products, exfoliating products, because I'm not out in the sun as much. This is quite strong. I really enjoyed this. It really does great things for texture, and I noticed a lot of diminishing of dark spots. I have some dark spots, however, that I would need a laser to remove. I have like one on my forehead. There's one over here. I would need like a serious laser to remove those. So those will never fade with any type of over-the-counter products. But any type of, sometimes I get some, freckling on my cheeks, and I definitely notice a reduction in dark spots. Now this one I'm sometimes love and I sometimes don't. The Sunday Riley Luna. Sometimes it works for me, and sometimes my skin doesn't work well with it. Like it'll break out from it or whatnot. So this product, some of you really love it, and it is a very strong retinol, and it's a night oil, so it's in an oily texture. I did find that it helped with breakouts. My skin looked a lot more even. It helped with texture, but then sometimes my skin would just stop responding to it. So, I wanted to include it because I do like it sometimes, and then sometimes I don't like it. The other two that I talked about so far, my Ren and my Dermalogica, I've never had any issues with. I really love them so much. The Ordinary Advanced Retinoid 2%. This is a kind of it's like a milky texture. It's a serum. This is very gentle for me. I don't find it to be, compared to like my Dermalogica, I definitely like this. I feel like a little bit slight evening of texture, and my skin does look a little bit smoother and not as dull when using it, but I don't find it to be the strongest out of these. But price point wise, Ordinary is really, really great. A lot of their serums and stuff are like under $10. And they're, very effective products, but I don't find it to be the most effective one out of everything. I think so far the Dermalogica is my most effective one. Well, with the exception of the Kate Somerville Retisphere Micro Peel. Now this is a retinol and glycolic treatment, and I only use this maybe like once or twice a week when using it, because it's a cream, but it is like a peel. So it does really help to, exfoliate the skin, and it's really helping to speed up cellular turnover. But I don't use it. I can't use it multiple times a week, more than once or twice, because it will irritate my skin. So I find this to be quite strong, and this is one of her top selling products. This has been around for a long time, and I've been using this for quite a long time and really enjoy that. Like I said, it's more like, I think of it more of a peel than a night cream or a serum or whatnot. So I think of it like, all right, I'm only using it once a week, maybe twice a week, but they have to have, one Sunday and then one at the very end of the week. Next from Kate Somerville, the Dermal Quench Liquid Lift with Retinol. This I find falls on the lower end of the spectrum. So this is like, it's a very unique texture. It foams up on the skin, and you just kind of break it down, and it turns into like a very thin, watery liquid. So it's like a serum. Does great things with helping to hydrate the skin, but it has a little bit of retinol in it, so it will help with texture and just making the skin not look so dull. I love this product because it is not very strong, but I can add it into any routine. Like if I just want to add in a retinol into my routine to help, like I said, with dullness, with breakouts or whatnot, This is wonderful, and it doesn't dry out the skin because it is more of a hydrating product, more of a hydrating, I would call this serum because it is very watery and liquid, but it is so unique. She makes a few of these, one for acne, one that has retinol, one of her just regular dermal quench, which is just like a shot of moisture for the skin. So she's known for these kind of foaming formulation. This is the newest one that I have added into my routine, which I am crazy for. The Strivectant Starlight Retinol Night Oil. And first of all, it's a face oil, whereas the Luna leaves my skin, it doesn't dry down. It's not super dry oil where like it leaves my skin flat afterwards. It's still a little kind of oily on my skin. This dries down to a complete dry finish. This is a true dry oil and I love it. So I probably put too much because I just use the smallest amount and I rub it into the skin. Let me see here. And it just dries down to like kind of a natural finish. So what I love about this product, first of all, I tried it like once and then tried it like 4 days later because I never know if my skin's going to react to something. So I typically like to give myself 2 to 3 days in between trying a product, especially a retinol product. So I'll try it maybe on a Wednesday or a Monday, maybe again on Thursday. So I've slowly been working this in, but I can use this every night. And first of all, the oil really helps to moisturize my skin and it's not greasy in the slightest, but they didn't claim that it's supposed to do this. But one of the things that I noticed, which is kind of rare with retinol products, is my skin looked so like not a lot of redness. It looked very even and calm about 10 minutes after I applied it. It did wonders with texture, and I've seen a little bit of lightening of dark spots, like my complexion looks a little more even. It looks very, very bright afterwards, like it's definitely helps with dullness, and I just absolutely love it. I've just cannot say enough good things about it. So those are the products that I've used for a while. I can speak to the results, and I would say the strongest out of all of them would probably be maybe the Kate Somerville Peel and the Luna. I would say probably are the strongest in my opinion, what I feel when I put it on my skin. Then maybe the Dermalogica Overnight Retinol Repair, followed by the Ordinary Advanced Retinoid 2%. And then for me, the Strivectant and the Ren I feel is the most gentle. I feel like the Strivectant is just one step above that. I really can use this every night and I've had no irritation, no redness, no peeling, no nothing. The only product I've ever had some irritation was with the Luna, so I definitely had to kind of work up to using it, and the Kate Somerville, which is why I only use it maybe once, max twice a week when using it. So there are 3 retinol products that I'm going to begin testing. It takes me quite a long time, so I didn't even want to give first impressions of these because I've like maybe swatched it or put it on once, and I'm like, I can't speak to that. I really need time to test these products. And so I know I've had a lot of questions about the Drunk Elephant retinol cream, but it's going to take me a while, like months. I will be able to give a review probably closer to spring or summer, and when I've had enough time to test it. However, a lot of the feedback that I get with this is it is very strong, so it's suggested to mix it with just kind of a nice hydrating cream, the face oil, or even the hydrogel. I've heard a lot of feedback that you should mix it with the hydrogel to kind of buffer it almost and work up to this, because some feedback that I got was people were applying it. Some of my readers were like, oh, I applied it every day for a few days, everything was fine, and then by the 4th or 5th day my skin looked like it was like peeling off, and I didn't listen and I didn't work up to it. So I would try it, mix it with the hydrogel or a very lightweight, gentle moisturizer one night. Maybe 4 or 5 nights later, try it again. Then maybe 4 or 5 nights later, try it again. And then every 3 nights, you can slowly build up to it where you're using it maybe every night or every other night. That is on the docket to try. The Sunday Riley A+ high dose retinoid serum. This is a strong one though. 6.5% power blend of stabilized retinoids and retinoid-like botanical extracts. This is the 1% retinol. So these two I will be slowly working into my routine. And then finally, the Clark's Botanicals Retinol Rescue Overnight Cream. I will begin testing this out. I don't think it's as strong as the two of these, but like I said, I will need some time. Everything else I have a good idea on. I have used for long enough, and I can really speak to their results. I would love to know what retinols you guys love. I know a lot of you use maybe more cosmeceuticals, maybe from Obagi or SkinCeuticals. I'm really curious to try. I'm going to a SkinCeuticals event at the end of this month to try out their new custom dose serum that they're doing. And I want to ask them about their retinols or their retinoids products that they have. So I'm interested to try maybe something from them. And would love to know what works for you. Do you use Retin-A? What are your experiences? Have you tried any of these products? What do you think? I will go ahead and link all of them down below. I will be sure, though, to update you guys what I think of these other ones that I'm testing. But like I said, I can't just fake it and be like, yeah, no, they were great. I tried them for like a week. That's nothing. I need like months. So hope you guys can bear with me. Sorry I don't have, my thoughts on those, but I just wanted to still share them and let you guys know that I will be testing them and giving my thoughts soon. Like I said, I'll link everything down below, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.